Alright, welcome back, fan folks. We're gonna do some cleaning today on the first generation blade Kmart that we have here. I bought this a number of years ago down in Jersey, on the North Jersey there, and the front grill is really nice. The back grill is missing a few slats. One here. And then over here, and here I did some repair as much as I could. There was more broken area here, and I super glued some of it, but I couldn't get all of it. At the time I didn't really have a clamping method, so I wasn't able to fix this one little piece here. I'm probably not going to. I'm just going to leave it. We're going to take the grills off, clean it. Well, I've never had one of these. This has got the Westinghouse motor that went in some of these early machines. And I've never had one of those motors apart. It'll be interesting to see how that comes apart, if it does. And this fan isn't that dirty, but we still like to get it apart. It does have oil ports, which is nice. The other fan that has this motor is the green Grant Lakewood, the all-metal one with the metal blades. That one also has this motor. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and tear it down and take the plastic parts out and wash them in the yard. You know, spins nice and free, doesn't look too dirty. We're still going to dust him out. A little rust in the case, as you can see. I don't know if you can see that. You know, but no big deal. Not the worst. Certainly not the worst one we've seen. And let's take the front grill off. Fast forward. Alright, so here's your first gen blade. Here's your motor. There, right. Some of the paint's coming off of the motor. That's odd. McMillan don't chip off. Tell you what, McMillan's a solid, brah. McMillan's a for real, brah. Alright, so it says top 75. So we think this motor at least was made in 75. Maybe the fan was assembled in 75, 76-ish, right? We got our Venetian blind pieces on our mount for our wiring. It does have the sticker and everything. So we're going to go ahead and clean this old girl up a little bit today. And that's the plan. First we're going to hit it with some simple green out in the yard and the hose. Just to get the dust and what grime we can off without scrubbing on these, because you don't want to break the grills. So we'll be as careful as we can. And the motor spins really nice and free, you know. It's pretty good as it is, but we're still gonna do our thing with it. So there you go. All right, we're here to clean the motor on the Kmart first gen blade, round corner Kmart, and we have the only sticker on the fan is inspection number 40. It would be funny, I think, to do a video, have everybody put together all they're inspected by, and see if we could narrow down like 4 different fans inspected by the same person, right? And then maybe try and see if we can find who that was, and then go to this elderly man's house with a bunch of stupid box fans and be like, hey, you inspected these, man, they still fucking work, and you're the shit, yeah, right. Or maybe just do a parody, like pretend you're doing it and not really do it. That'd be kind of funny. This has a little bit of in and out play, not too bad. Nothing up and down, that's nice. It spins pretty free. It'll be interesting to see when I put it back together if I do a good enough job that it still is kind of free. We also got to remember that what do you call it, oil provides resistance. It's part of the equation. Oil is necessary, but it does add resistance. But still, you know, make sure we get it all together. I'm going to have to put a witness mark. I need to get a marker. So that's the deal, what we're going to do today. Before we take it apart, I'm going to clean out the case as best we can without going crazy. I'm not going to take the cord and the grommet out, I don't think. Let's see what we do. Something ain't right here. This is bent. This rod is bent this way. Let's show you. Alright, we got a problem with this motor. Let's see if I can show you this. But this screw is bent. I mean, if we put some sort of a straight edge along it here, it's hard for you to see, but this is not unthreading. It's this one here. So I had the wrong one anyway, but they all look a little screwed up. But yeah, this one, look, I can show you now. It spins. You can see how bent that is, and it's misthreading right here. So we might be cutting this off and trying to find a replacement. Let's go to our parts stash and see if we can find something that might fit. Let's see if another one of these comes off. How could this happen, you might be asking? I don't know. Maybe they're just cheap, inexpensive, you know, and they bent over time. Also, the fan could have been dropped. The case doesn't look screwed up, and the grills were not broken too bad, you know. I mean, it doesn't look like the fan was badly damaged. So maybe, I don't know, strange problem to have. Let's see if another one of these will come out other than that one. Yeah, same issue. Oh man, look at that. It doesn't even... Okay. It doesn't even want to come out. Oh, so I got the screws off, threads out, but it's bent so that it's locked in. Look at that. It won't come out. So I'm just gonna brush the dust off of it. I don't have any air, compressed air, but I'm done with this. We're gonna put this back together and just oil it. Fuck it. Because this is all screwed up. I've never seen anything like that before. But that doesn't want to come out of there. I mean, I can keep pushing, but then it's never going to go back in either. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to roughly measure this. Let's say it's about as long as that. Right? Let's go into the parts department and see if we can find some long thread bolts here like this that might be able to substitute. If we can get these out, we can replace them with 4. But this is not going to go back in. Sure, I could pry it out of here, but getting it back in through here, that's hard enough with a straight bolt. So we're in trouble. I don't think this is going to come apart. This is really strange. All right, stay tuned. All right, we're here in the parts department, and we're looking for long machine screw bolts. I don't know what the hell it's called. All right, here's our little chest of drawers here. Metal thing. They don't make these anymore, I'll tell you what. Pretty friggin' cool. So I picked that. I've pulled stuff out of here that has been helpful. They only go out that far, those drawers. At least that one does. Ball bearings, nothing that useful. Water plug. I've used these have been helpful to pushing blades off of, what do you call it? So now here's a bunch of stuff. Again, we're not going to find, I mean, here you're not going to find anything consistent like that. That's got a part. It's flathead, but that wouldn't be long enough anyway, and you wouldn't find 4 of them in here. This is all random. There's nothing matching here. All right, I didn't find the parts I needed to replace these. We can, of course, buy that kind of stuff, but for now I'm just going to put it back together. We're not going crazy on this today. The blades and grills are cleaned, ready to go. So we're just going to wipe it down, put the damn thing back together at that point. We can always get replacements for this. I just don't have them on hand, and I want to get this button back together. So that's what we're going to do today. All right, I'm just about to throw this thing off the goddamn porch. It seems to be not spinning as free now that I've got it put back together. We didn't even take it apart, really. We just had these loosened, so maybe they're not quite right. Doesn't seem like that's the way it was when I had it going before I did anything to it. So I don't know. I'm not happy about that. Look at that. I don't know, man. All right, well, we'll see what we're going to do next. Okay, really funny thing. Now that I've wiped this fan down, it stinks. This fan smells like the chemicals that they use to perm women's hair. It smells like a hair perm. I don't like it. It's not that dirty, but it's definitely got a weird smell to it. So this is a candidate just to get rid of the damn thing. I don't need no fan bee smelling my house up. We got a few of these Kmarts and whatnot that are reasonable, that don't smell like a friggin' beauty salon. So, not sure, you know, maybe it was used in a beauty salon, who knows, but it definitely smells funny. And it did not smell like anything before we wiped it down, so we woke the beast, as you do. Alright, I don't know if I caught any of that video. Got the blades on. This fan reeks It smells like a beauty parlor in the old days when you went with your mom to get her hair she'd get her hair permed, that chemical they used to perm the hair. That's literally what it smells like. So that's not great. It didn't smell before, but since I've wiped it down, we've kind of awakened the beast, you know. So I'm going to plug it in. I'm just going to make sure it runs. It's not quite. I'm not sure if the blades are all the way on. I don't think they are, but that's as far as they wanted to go. I might have to take them off and try again. Let's see what it does. Are you rolling? Yeah, you're rolling. Oh, power strip's not on. Now we're on. Three-speed Lakewood, as you do. Nice low, I like that. Hopefully that blade's on there far enough. I'm not sure that it is, but it kind of stopped wanting to move any further. So let's put the grills on and see if the hub is too close to the grill. We'll see. Alright, I'm going to leave it because I think that that's on pretty far. You can see the inside of the hub, and you can see that it's pretty far on up the keyway there. Not keyway, but the flat spot where you would have a set screw. So I'm going to leave it. We're going to go fast forward, put the grills on. Didn't exactly lose one. Well, I forgot one. I'm an idiot. Let's go throw it in. Nice. Low. That's my kind of low. Still watch TV. You know what I mean? So we'll run this a little bit, and we'll see if it bothers us with how it smells, if it puts any smell into the house, or if that calms down a little bit. But even just to stand next to it, you can kind of smell it, and it's not a pleasant smell. Somehow cigarette smoke is not as bad, but that weird chemical smell from it's literally what it smells like. Maybe they're doing their own home permanence, because I believe this was in a home. It doesn't seem to have been used that much. So anyway, that's low, medium, high is quite a bit faster on this one. The old O-double-F spells finite. So yeah, there's your old Westinghouse motored Kmart. I just sold the other Westinghouse motor Lakewood that I had, the Avocado WT Grant. I got good money for it. You know, I'm just trying to make some space. And you know, some of these are only worth $5 on the local market, but some of them I've found have a little bit of value, and so I put that one up on Facebook Marketplace and sold it. It was wild. It was a woman who really had a modern fan that died on her, and she started doing some research about how to buy old fans, and apparently hit up the AFCA, the fan organization thing, and she was talking about that. And she said, yeah, this was the best. I said, yeah, you're not going to find a better one. That WT Grant, if you remember from the channel, was a pretty awesome fan, good condition. She liked it. We came to a good price on it. I made money. And that's how I like to do it, you know. That fan went to a good home. So I never got to take that motor apart. I'd never gotten the blades off of that fan because it was totally stuck. It was before I owned a 3-jaw puller. This summer I was planning on working on that, but I just, you know, like I said, trying to make some space, trying to downsize the collection a little bit, trying not to buy any more fans. A really interesting fan came to light down about an hour away from me, but it's at an antique store, and you know how that is, usually way too much fazools. And right now with the pandemic and our economic downturn and the result, I'm not in a position to be spending money on a lot of fans, let alone really expensive ones. It was an Emerson box fan with the Continental kit. It said Suburba Air on it. Pretty wild, almost mint condition. So you know they want $150, $200 for it, and I don't go into them for that. Even though I really want one of those Emerson box fans with that green blue color, they're amazing. And the other fan I'm looking for that I would buy if I saw one, even if it was too much money, is those little 16-inch or 18-inch Robbins and Myers brown box fans. There's only a few seem to exist. One of the Fan Guy 21, I think, has one. R&M, Robbins and Myers box fan before Hunter with the big blades. That thing's an animal. There was one on eBay, but it went fast. And I would imagine there's only a few of those in existence. If something like that showed up, I'd buy it.